you emo pigeons! I'll show you a murder! Oh, I just love exploding stuff!
Crazy versus crazy.
I like exploding stuff too! Stay still! I'm trying to shoot you!
Jesus! This is silly. This is silly, but I love it. These two would actually be best friends on a crossover. In a crossover, these two would be best friends. Not even kidding.
Blackcrosses, 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 crosses, Blackcrosses, team nauseous, team nauseous.
Alright, let us watch.
Tired of only being able to wear your cosplay around the house? I know I'm not, but in case you are, come join your fellow cosplayers and superfans this July at RTX Austin.
RTX Austin.
OMG, guys.
Gaming and animation.
RTX Austin for cosplay? Oh my god, we need 1,500 subs? Oh my god. That's a perfect place to go.
Will be required during the
Oh my god.
and we will follow city
Perfect.
guidelines.
If you're unable to attend due to the pandemic, Rooster Teeth will work with you to postpone your badge for the following year or provide a refund.
Head over to bit.ly/RTX Austin 22 to grab your badge for RTX Austin! And get ready for a weekend filled with the best of podcasting, gaming, and animation. That's bit.ly/RTX Austin 22 to get your badge today.
We'll see you in Austin, July 1st through 3rd.
See all the shoes? I know, I thought I might come pretty close.
Harley Quinn, DC's fantabulous anti-hero.
Jinx, the loose cannon of League of Legends.
We live in a society that adheres to strict laws and norms, but these two ladies turn that system on its head with their wild enthusiasm for destruction and chaos.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Sheesh.
Born to a middle-class family in the heart of Brooklyn, USA, Harleen Quinzel had long lived a life of mediocrity.
Harleen
She had
Quinzel.
embarrassing parents, annoying siblings,
And a high school life that sucked. Even more than, like, the normal ones.
she never quite felt like she fit in anywhere. But despite this, Harleen knew she was destined for greatness.
So, inspired by a childhood crush turned psychotic murderer, Harleen spent years training to be a world-renowned criminal psychiatrist, eventually traveling to Gotham City's infamous Arkham Asylum to research the most dangerous criminals on the planet, like Batman's arch-nemesis, the Joker.
But after analyzing the Joker and his horrific, unspeakable history as a homicide
So I know too much about like Harley Quinn's like, you know, origin or whatever, but bro, this girl is literally the definition of Stockholm syndrome. Literally the definition of Stockholm's. And none of that, bro. She loves to be abused on some shit. She loves abuse. She's 27 years old. She's 5'6", trained for combat by the Amazons, and roller derby enthusiast. Likes hyenas, cats, doggos, turtles, mice, birds, bunnies. Well, totally % asterisk at hashtag you up if you harm any of the above. Loves Deadpool, Red Tool, and Poison Ivy. Which is in Brooklyn? Apparently, yeah.
title clown and Jared Leto, she came to realize one truth.
The Joker was actually a misunderstood angel squashed down by
What the
an
fuck?
unjust society.
Wait, what was-
actually a
Wait, what is this clip? Where is this from?
misunderstood angel.
Where's that from? Why haven't I ever seen that? Where is that from? You just shot the man in the head on screen? Joker movie? I had never seen the Joker movie yet. What the fuck? Why haven't I never seen that movie already yet?
Squashed
Oh
down
my
by
God.
an unjust society and wrongfully
I never
harassed
seen
by
the
the
movie, so
son of
yeah.
a Batman.
This was the first of the Joker's many manipulations,
Moon
leading
Knight.
Harleen to see a warped reflection
I
of
think we
herself
had a movie night this week. Movie night this week for her, sure.
through him, culminating in her breaking him out of prison, bleaching her skin via chemical vat baptism, and joining him on his life of crime, descending into love like madness and reborn as the fantastic Harley Quinn.
And she was packing plenty of tools of maniacal mayhem, including
Alright. So this is the most important thing here. What's her arsenal looking like? Alright, she got giant mallets, baseball bats, electric buzzers, acid flowers, various explosives, pistols, automatic guns, bazookas, flamethrowers, a pop gun, pork rounds, explosive rounds, bullet rounds, a rocket pogo stick, and smoke bombs. Goddamn. She is war ready.
Her iconic hammer,
She
electric
is war
buzzers, and bombs of all shapes and sizes, like the dreaded banana cream pie, the most evil of all pie flavors.
When she wants to get around quickly, she can use her handy
Yeah.
pogo stick, which she straps rockets to. That doesn't seem safe.
Speaking of unsafe, Harley's most versatile tool is her pop gun, a rotating revolver with special ammo rounds, like a boxing glove. Whoa!
Whoa, close one.
And binding confetti. Whee! And did I mention explosive rounds, which... Oh no.
Ah, my leg is gone. Oh no. Oh wait, there he was. I'm fine.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna go.
Harley combines her arsenal with unparalleled gymnastic skills, making her far deadlier than your average criminal. She can even keep up with experts like Deadshot and Catwoman, even Batman at times. The peak human superhero that can dodge lightning and survive this alien device exploding, which obliterated multiple city blocks.
Yeah, I think that stretches the term peak human just a bit. But hey, he's the goddamn Batman, so we'll allow it.
Unfortunately for Harley, despite her unwavering loyalty to the Joker, their honeymoon period did not last. He spent years abusing her, physically and emotionally, tearing her down piece by piece.
Then, when he got bored, he strapped her to a friggin' rocket and launched her halfway across Gotham City. Guess that's one way to say, no, it's not you, it's me.
Bro, that nigga Joker's an abuser, bro. That nigga's an abuser. That right there, I gonna lie, the Joker was future before future. You know what I mean? You know, Future Hendrix. You know what I mean? Like, he don't give a f. You know, Harley Quinn. Hey, I need me a woman who I need me a girl who's gonna love me just as much as Harley Quinn loves loves Joker, because that's some true love right there. Even though it's also Stockholm syndrome shit, there's still some love.
Bye.
Harley was left alone in the wreckage, abandoned by the
Psychoanalysis, poison ivy enhancements, healing factor. She has a healing factor? Toxin immunity, enhanced physiology, toxins, sleeping gas, mind control poison, tranquilizers, stroke preventer.
one person she dedicated her entire life to.
Until fellow villain Poison Ivy came by. She nursed Harley back to health, literally healing her from a damaged relationship. Ivy even gave Harley a chemical concoction that granted her superhuman strength and a healing factor.
I suppose a healthy relationship can sometimes feel like your own superpower in and of itself.
Yeah, and those two definitely seem like very good friends.
Yo!
Wink.
With Ivy at her side,
When did this
she went
happen?
on to rebuild herself as a famous anti-hero, leading teams like the Gotham Sirens and Suicide Squad. She worked on developing new skills, built around her own strengths rather than that of her past.
Like learning to use her lifelong knowledge of psychoanalysis to manipulate her foes. Like learning.
I'm sorry. I had assumed. Yo, Ford, I seen that. Ford, I seen that. Yeah, chuck yourself to death, huh? Yeah.
To use her lifelong knowledge of psychoanalysis to manipulate her foes mid-combat.
And creating tons of her own chemical concoctions, like tranquilizers and sleeping gases that can incapacitate metahumans. She even reverse-engineered her former flame's trademark Joker Venom. This deadly substance excites the laughter centers in a person's brain and forces them to laugh until they suffocate.
Harley was clearly on top of the world, but nothing caps off self-improvement like a Rocky Balboa training montage. So Harley went to Themyscira of all places to get a combat internship with the Amazons, just like her favoriteest superhero, Wonder Woman. And imagine going from bashing random goons in Gotham to fighting alongside immortal warrior goddesses.
She became agile enough to jump between skyscrapers and strong enough to rip an entire palm tree out of the ground with her bare hands.
What the fuck?
The size of the tree and the weight of an average palm by foot.
Joker knows that he can't stay away from her, bro.
And she can hold it one-handed.
Joker knows he can't stay away from this girl.
Probably at least twice as much.
Enough to lift a full-grown brown bear and throw it like a rag doll. Hell, her skills advanced so far, she was appointed a herald on the
Dodge point blank, bullets, missiles, and lightning. Knocked out one of them with her toxins. By being strapped to a rocket. Once wielded a Black Lantern. Oh wait, Black Lantern in the ring simultaneously. Hold on against Batman in close quarters combat. Defeated Joker, Punchline, and Dangling.
Warworld Apocalypse. You know, the planet ruled by the living embodiment of evil? Even the actual personification of the DC editorial staff likes to call her in to help with tough jams.
Y'all too
As
horny,
the
bro.
years went
Too
on,
horny.
Harley surprised literally
Sorry,
everyone by
Harley
transitioning
Quinn
from supervillain to
against
superhero. She partnered up
Black
with other
Panther.
heroes, became a psychiatrist again, and legitimately started helping other vigilantes with trauma.
Shit, that
Like
Harley.
Jason Todd, who definitely
Yeah.
needed that.
In fact, the Bat family she used to antagonize and
Put
ridicule
in.
eventually accepted her as kind of an extended member of their group, teaming up with her to save Gotham from her toxic ex. Good for her. Guess we're not going to talk about when she went back to the Joker a couple times, huh?
In the end, she may be a little nutty, but you'd be mad not to love Harley Quinn. The world of Runeterra is a wondrous fantasy land of advanced technology, arcane magics, and legendary champions. But on its northern shores are two cities locked in political turmoil. For decades, Piltover's rich elite have exploited the undercity of Zaun, forcing workers
Okay, her name Powder. Good thing, what's his face is not here. Miles, if that Miles ain't here, you already know what he's gonna be saying. Alias the Loose Cannon. 18 years old, she's 5'3", professional ventriloquist. Spends a fortune on glitter and fluorescent paint. Makes her only wanted posters. Foster child of silicone vendor.
into unsafe conditions and brutalizing the populace with terrifying police enforcers.
Oh, so like New Jersey. You could have just said New Jersey.
Until one day, a wild, loose cannon would literally explode onto the scene. She gave those uptight topsiders a taste of their own medicine, menacing its people with bombs, gunfire, and even more bombs. This was Jinx.
Jinx destroyed Zeppelins, Jumanji'd the shit out of the local zoo, and switched the street signs. What a monster! Now those monkeys will never find their way back.
Only the enforcer,
excuse me?
Violet, could hope to stop her. But even armed with
Those
massive
who?
gauntlets weighing over 4,000 pounds each, Vi could not definitively overcome Jinx's magnificent arsenal of mechanical monstrosities.
Man, they're so evenly matched. It's almost like they're related. Anyway, Jinx can burst open birds with her trusty Zapper Shock pistol, turn enemies to sweet.
Okay, let's see her arsenal. Pow Pow minigun, Zapper shock pistol, Flame Chomper grenades, Fishbone rocket launcher, Super Mega Depth rocket, Hex Tech teleportation tablet. Okay, so obviously she has better weapons than Harley Quinn. She has better weapons than Harley Quinn, but Harley Quinn has more. Harley Quinn is more equipped to survive. So, and she has super strength too. I feel like Harley Quinn might actually win this now. I feel like Harley Quinn might actually win this.
Swiss cheese with her Pow Pow minigun and blow bad guys to bits with her Flame Chomper grenades.
But Jinx's
Yeah, Harley Quinn's
favorite weapon
durable.
is her Fishbone's
I
rocket
thought Harley Quinn
launcher.
might have this.
So much so, she rides it like a rocket-powered pogo stick. Well, that seems even less safe.
Well, don't let her manic attitude fool you. Not only is Jinx tough enough to take a hit from Braum, a guy who can shake mountains with a punch, but she's wicked smart. Almost all her gear is custom made. She's even recreated Hex Tech, funky science powered by magic crystals. Ooh.
Including her handheld teleportation device. Oh, my bad. Is that League of Legends? What a coincidence.
Oh no.
Hold the phone. Are you talking about League of Legends over there?
Oh my god.
Love that game.
Oh,
I've
Lord.
got in more than 10,000 hours just in our college days, huh, buddy?
Oh my god.
League of Legends is a multiplayer online battle arena game forged in the flames of LAN parties and salty gamer.
Yo, Chrono, chill.
And as any professional will tell you, to play the game well, you need to min-max your character's loadout with the best possible.
Get excited. Briefly increases speed after kills. Shimmer infusion. Increases speed and strength. Alters biochemistry. Runes. Items. Potion. Or okay. Let's see.
Items.
Yeah, and the worst mistake you can make is being new. God, it's the midterms all over again. No, Boomstick, stay in your lane. What are you doing in the jungle? Stop it, feeder.
Jinx's ideal loadouts include Phantom Dancer, so she can phase through objects after landing a blow.
I'd like to phase out of this conversation.
Then there's the Quicksilver Sash, which protects her from status effects like sleep, paralysis, and poison. This includes forced actions, which make you do things you don't want to do. Hey, Boom, you want to pop into a match with your old Teemo from back in the day? I can set it up right now.
How about we move on to Arcane before I ram my foot up your...
Nice.
So, there's more to Jinx than what the main games depict. Before her infamous tomfoolery, most people around Zon knew her as an innocent young tinkerer named Powder.
Like pretty much everyone in the Undercity, Powder had it rough. She lost her parents in a
Good
conflict
message.
with enforcers, but had a bit of luck when she joined this cool foster family along with Vi, who was, gasp, her sister all along. If you're wondering what put soap in their opera, Vi was a total badass. And Powder was desperate to also prove herself to her newfound family. And then she made a mistake.
Seemingly abandoned, Powder was left in the hands of the most notorious drug kingpin around. Silco was not the father she needed, but the one she wanted, teaching her to turn her perceived weaknesses into her greatest strengths. Thus, she became Jinx.
Even when the sisters reunited years later, they couldn't fully reconcile, setting up the game of cat and mouse in the game.
Jinx was an excellent rival, able to keep up with other skilled warriors like the bullet-dodging Echo, and survive the worst of Zon's toxic environments, which can kill normal people in minutes. After a near-fatal explosion, she was also infused with
Survived the blowback of her own super mega death rocket. Explosives are strong enough to rock a Zeppelin weighing hundreds of tons. Figured out Hex Tech in just a few days. Routinely escapes the Piltover police. Fights evenly with her sister Vi. Defeated Caitlyn, Marcus, and multiple Fireflies.
Shimmer, a toxic strength and speed-enhancing drug that permanently altered her body's biochemistry.
But Shimmer's side effects intensified her prior trauma,
you right quick.
making her
I'm
much
sitting
more
my ass
unhinged
down,
and prone
sir.
to attacking with lethal intent.
I'm sitting
Inspiring
my ass
ultimate
down.
weapon, the Super Mega Death Rocket! This baby's been powered by both Hextech and its even more volatile cousin, Chemtech.
That's even more explosive! I forgot how much I appreciated the explodey options. Anyway, both Hextech and Chemtech are comparable in power to natural magic.
On par with what a badass mage like Lux is able to cast, such as Lucent Singularity, which can totally body these big ol' rocks.
Measuring their width with Lux's height, we can determine she destroyed almost 13,000 tons of rock from 30 meters away.
Promotional trailers show Mega Death Rocket matching the speed and power of Lux's Final Spark, a much more powerful attack that fires a Kamehameha of natural light.
So her rocket is not only super strong, but super fast. From powder to
Using that
gunpowder,
wagon.
Silco couldn't be prouder.
But her violet streak grew grim until the day she met a particularly
perks
explosive
too.
Yordle. Ziggs bonded with her over their mutual passion for destruction, but his was more tempered, controlled.
Jinx is
Thanks
also
to
shit.
wisdom, Jinx learned a little bit of restraint when it
She's
came
also
to exploding things of a more fleshy nature.
Helping her tone down the wanton violence and recover some of her mental stability, like he's some kind of feline brand Jiminy Cricket.
And despite being on opposite sides of the bridge, Jinx and Vi remain sisters, ultimately still caring about each other in their own way, even if they were at odds more often than not.
Though you better believe that when things get boring and uptight, Jinx will be there to shake things up.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp
Sir,
Online Therapy.
what is with you
Relationships are hard and confusing.
fiending for my
All of us will
attention?
drop anything to go help someone we care about.
To be frank, you
Why?
may go out of your way to treat other people well, but
Give me that,
how
that's my
often do you do
mom's.
the same for yourself?
This month, BetterHelp Online Therapy wants to remind you to take care of your most important relationship, the one you have with yourself.
Whether you're hitting the gym, making time for your haircut, or even trying therapy,
Alright.
you are your
Help, don't
in 10% are.
Alright, chat. Death battles.
Alright, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all
Death battles.
It's time for a death battle!
And they say these games are rigged. What? Screw you, you emo pigeons! I'll show you a murder! Oh, I just love exploding stuff.
Crazy versus
I like
crazy.
exploding stuff too. Why don't I start with your head?
Why you follow her like those?
Get still! I'm trying to shoot you!
Jesus!
Look out! She's right behind you!
Aw, thanks, pal. Ah, traitor! You're a real firecracker. Gotta like
Bro. Yo, this is silly. This is silly. How is it not exploded yet? How has it not exploded yet? Dynamite has not hit that one to fucking just explode. This is silly. This is silly, but I love it.
Got any games? No! My save file!
I'm done. These two would actually be best friends on a crossover. In a crossover, these two would be best friends. Not even kidding.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Tom and Jerry fight.
Sorry, Soldier 2, Dad. To make up for it, I got you some nice perfume.
Smells like... Get back! I'm crazy!
GG. GG.
I am a doctor, and you ain't crazy. You don't have that same smile! I don't need a second opinion! Wait! Don't you want to get in close and savor my emotions as you deliver the final kill? Nah. Bye.
Really? Really? I mean, like I said, you know, Powder has better weapons and shit, but like healing factor, super strength. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, whatever.
No!
Wow.
Don't just stand there, Jinx. You just want a free teddy bear.
Let
what
me
if
hear
it's
it.
Timbers?
This was a complicated fight with far more factors to consider than it.
Yeah. See, look, healing factor, less versatile gear, physically stronger, resistant to toxins and venom, superior battlefield control.
First blush. Harley had more direct combat experience against superpowered beings, along with better training.
But Jinx's physical power, diabolical weaponry, and assortment of items were just enough to roast this Harlequin duck.
While Harley lifting over 1,200 pounds is impressive, Jinx can compete with Vi, whose gauntlets weigh 8 times that in the game.
And Jinx can take hits from a guy who can shake mountains. A bit beyond Harley's level of strength.
Harley may have been more naturally acrobatic, but Jinx's hex tech and intangibility matched and outclassed that mobility. The teleporting tablet alone could control the entire fight, since Jinx could send herself or Harley just about anywhere.
And while Harley had a moderate healing factor, she's never regenerated entire body parts before. So a big enough kaboom would definitely kill her. And Jinx's weapons were strong enough to do just that. In order to destroy over 13,000 tons of rock from such a distance, Lux's magic explosion would need a yield of about 20 kilotons of TNT.
And Jinx's Hextech and Chemtech are similar to Lux's magic in speed and power.
Even if we scale Harley's durability to Batman surviving this massive explosion, the potency of Jinx's weaponry outpaces it more than 300 times.
Sure, Harley is legitimately intelligent, but so is Jinx, as evidenced by her inventions and routinely outwitting Vi and her task force. Plus, Jinx is typically distrusting of people she's just met, so Harley's potential mind games were likely to fall on skeptical ears.
Jinx was much more likely to shoot first and ask questions later.
Now, Harley still had her wide array of poisons and chemical agents, like the Joker Venom, which would kill most opponents in minutes. However, after living her whole life in the toxic cesspool of Zaun, her tolerance for poisons is clearly much higher than a normal person. Not to mention, the Quicksilver Sash could simply end any unwanted effect on her. Ultimately, Harley
There
Quinn
are
stands out
items
with Jinx's
too.
physical power, superior technology,
That's
or
ridiculous,
overwhelmingly
okay.
explosive arsenal.
Harley
That's
clowned around
ridiculous.
only to get her bell rung by someone out of her league.
The winner is Jinx. Death Battle is back, and we've launched a brand new membership program for our YouTube channel. By directly supporting our team, you'll get unique emotes, badges, additional content, and more. Click that join button to see more info, and thanks for watching.
Who's next, chat? Scarlet Witch versus Satana. Okay, so I'm not sure who Satana is, but Scarlet Witch is fighting. That's cool. You already know Scarlet Witch is broken. Quite possibly the most wacky death battle yet. I don't really know what to expect at first. I never realized how physically strong Jinx was. Jinx knew how long she has to dynamite blows up before throwing it back at Harley Quinn. I don't get why the dynamite would take that long to explode in the first place. It's kind of bullshit, but okay. like there's no reason why it should have taken that long for dynamite to explode, but whatever.